oxygen crusher. You better hope your lungs are in good shape and you
My lungs are not in good shape. Reapers, what's is good? It's your boy Laser. He's in the visor back with another scary reaction video. He's on the scary content, so I continue to deliver that for you guys. And he's reacting to top 5 saw traps that are the most gruesome. Guys, those saw traps will be making our pee-pee shake, bro. If you enjoy scary content, he's more scary views feature. It's the like button. You subscribe, you turn the notification bell icon. I also stream every night on Twitch. Go check out those streams, they're fucking amazing. This stuff's straight, it's real.
Starting off this countdown, we have the angel trap. So this trap was featured in Saw 3. The victim of the trap is Detective Allison Carey.
I swear, bro, most of these traps low-key don't be fair. Like, most of these traps in the movies, like, I'm gonna be fair, I never actually straight up watched the Jigsaw movies. I've only seen, like, clips from it. Like, I know people tell me I mean, I'm gonna be real, I think the Jigsaw movies are probably good, but it's like, I just can't sit down and watch a movie, bro. My ADHD, no. It's hard to even react to videos at times. I just be dazing off. But it's like, based off like all the traps I see in like fucking Jigsaw, bro, it's like they all look unfair as shit. Like, they don't look fair in any sort of way. Like, but to be fair though, like all the victims, they have like some sort of like dark. I know he does it only on people that deserve it, which is kind of bittersweet in a way, you know, but still.
She is strapped into this leather harness and the device is hooked into her rib cage while she's slightly suspended in the air.
What is that liquid? Is they eject that in her or some shit?
She has 1 minute to find a way out, or else the device will rip her rib cage apart and she'll spread open like angel wings. Hence why the trap is named the angel trap. Now the trap is locked together with a padlock. The key to opening the trap rests in a jar.
Most of the traps they be in Jigsaw, the motherfucker be making you like actually like cut off your own body parts and shit. Like, you gotta sacrifice blood and all that shit.
Jar of acid. So she has to reach into the acid to retrieve the key before it dissolves and the trap rips her apart. While doing so, her hand gets badly burned by the acid and she struggles to get the device off. I mean, she ends up unlocking it but doesn't slip out in time and she gets ripped right open. It's pretty gruesome. Now, Allison Carey was abducted and placed in this device because she was a detective working on John Kramer's case. He then decided to target her because she has a morbid obsession with the fates of dead people. But in the end, she didn't survive and she gets to join all the dead people that she has fascinated about. In our 4th spot, we have the mausoleum. Featured in Saw 4, this scene begins with 2 people.
Did you say matzah trap as a Jewish? Wait, matzah, you talking about matzah trap? Is that what she said? You talking about that uncooked bread? Wait, matzah is, I forgot, matzah is basically bread that's not like, it's basically bread that's not like prepared, right? Because people are always like, people, like, this goes out to all the non-Jewish people. People are always like, why do you guys eat matzah on Passover? It's because, goddamn, it basically represents, I think the matzah represents how, like, our ancestors back in the day didn't have time to fucking cook that shit before the Pharaoh decided to go slice on all our fucking asses while we were working for him for, like, 0 fucking pay or some shit. But it's all good because Karma got his newborn.
Trapped in a mausoleum. One of the victims has his eyes sewn shut so he can't see what's going on. The other victim has his mouth sewn shut so he can't communicate.
I swear, some of these traps be so fucked up. Like, it's either like one of them dies. Usually they make it to where like either one of them has to die or like they gotta like cut body parts off. It's disgusting, bro.
With the other guy, what's going on? Both victims have their necks chained to some contraption. This device is slowly pulling the 2
I'm telling you, some of these traps ain't fair.
Chained victims closer and closer to each other. If they don't find the key to free themselves, eventually they will be strangled to death. Now, the key to getting free is attached to the back of the neck of the victim that can't see. But the other guy has his mouth sewn shut so he can't just be like, hey buddy, just chill out, grab the key from behind you.
That's so, like, I'm telling you, some of these traps just be fucked up. Some of them just aren't fair, bro. Motherfucker, like, what?
And free us. It also doesn't help that the guy with his eyes sewn shut is panicking the whole time, thinking the other victim is behind all this. He starts attacking him by throwing weapons at him. To be fair, He couldn't see what was going on, but if he just felt behind his neck, he would have been freed instantly. In the end, that's what led him to his death. The guy with his mouth sewn shut attacks him multiple times in an attempt to get the key. He then frees himself and kills the other guy. I have to say though, that the biggest flaw with the scene is that the one guy didn't use the axe to carefully cut off the stitches on his mouth. Like, come on, buddy. And then when he frees himself, he just rips his mouth open anyway. So what was the point of all that? Needless to say, it's still a pretty gruesome trap. In our third spot, we have 10 pints of sacrifice. Okay, I was cringing so hard watching this
cringe.
scene. It would be bloody painful. Literally. So this device was featured in Saw 5, and it was the fourth and last test that the victims had to go through. Basically, the 2 remaining victims have to stick their hands in this box filled—
Oh yeah, this is like the one where like they sacrifice blood and shit, bro. Fuck that. Ugh.
with rotating saw blades. They then have to sacrifice 10 pints of blood in 15 minutes.
That's an unhealthy amount, bro. I know if you lose too much blood, you start getting like dizzy. Like, I know people that like donate blood usually like, I never donated blood once in my life. I'm completely sure I have no desire to. I know like they use it for good, but it's like, no, I can't do it. I struggle just getting shots, bro. Just getting shots makes me cringe. Like, I don't struggle with shots. I mean, dude, I'm literally covered with tattoos for fuck's sake, so a shot's gonna be nothing to me. But some people have like a reaction when it comes to needles. Like, some people pass out because of it, dude. Crazy. But as far as for me, like, dude, a shot is nothing. Dude, like, people are, and that's the thing, people are always like, what do tattoos feel like? Literally, in a nutshell, tattoos are just, basically, like, it's like basically getting a shot, but it's like, imagine doing that, someone doing that to you, like, over and over again. It's just, nah.
If not, they will be killed by nail bombs in the room. Now, 10 pints of blood is the approximate amount of blood in the human body. So either one person can sacrifice themselves for the other person, or they both can give 5 pints of blood and still be able to survive. They decided to go with the latter. Honestly, it was painful to watch this scene. Just seeing their hands being split in half with the saw blades, no thank you. But in the end, they succeed and get out of the room safely. Now, the game was planned for the 5 victims who started the game, all of which were involved in the same arson case, and that's why they were brought in. But 3 passed away in the previous test, so it was just 2 left to do this deed themselves. This is when they realized that all the previous tests were designed to be done by all 5 of them. They were meant to work together to escape these traps, meaning they would have only had to sacrifice 2 pints of blood each.
Yeah, like, they just be fucking, I swear, the people in these movies, like, but they be so clueless at times. Like, I know, Jigsaw, like, for example, I just know that people be hella clumsy. Like, oh boy, in another horror movie, okay, some killer, some slasher's chasing me. Some slasher's chasing me, guys. Oh god, let me hide in the car. Oh no. Hold on, let me start it. Oh no, the car's not working. Hold on, let me go hide in that garage full of chainsaws. I think that's a safe spot. And then, like, they had the other option, just run away. I remember, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That one commercial. I forgot. What was, like, the other choice they had? I think the other choice was, like, something, like, fucking that would actually help them. And then they'd say, oh no, let's hide in the garage full of chainsaws. Like, that's literally horror movies in a nutshell, bro. Motherfuckers be clumsy as shit. Hell, I mean, I choose to be clumsy at times, but it's like...
Our second spot, we have the Venus flytrap, aka the death mask. This device was featured in Saw 2, and then it also made an appearance in Saw 3 and Saw 3D, as well as in the video games. The victim of this trap is Michael Marks, a police informant that John didn't like because he would spy on other people. When he woke up, he found his eye badly swollen, and this massive contraption was hooked onto his neck. Basically, it's this mask that is filled with spikes.
Cringe. No.
And it will clamp closed onto his face if he doesn't find the key in time. He's got 60 seconds, and the key is located behind his eye. I don't know about you, but anything to do with eyes and teeth in horror movies just makes me feel sick. Like, my eyes were watering watching this. The mask has these metal spikes on the front and on the back, so if it closes, it's piercing you both ways. Sadly, Michael couldn't bring himself to slice his eye open, so he fell victim to this trap.
Cringe.
And in our number one spot, we have the oxygen crusher. You better hope your lungs are in good shape and you
My lungs are not in good shape. Okay, my lungs are in good shape. Shake. My lungs are in good shape. My lungs are in good shape, buddy. I don't want to hear it.
You can hold your breath for a long time if you get this trap, because that's what you gotta rely on. So this contraption was featured in Saw 6. 2 victims were strapped into this device. They are wearing an oxygen mask and their arms are chained up. John Kramer appears on the screen and reveals
John Kramer.
that when the game begins, every breath that they take will lead them closer to their death. Every breath you take,
Hey, you can't sing. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
With every breath they take, the clamps around them will move in closer and closer, eventually just squeezing them to death. The only way to survive this is by holding your breath and praying that the other person has bad lungs. Once one person dies, the clamps are reset and the chains around the person's arms will open. Now the 2 men in the traps are William Easton and Hank. William is the manager of a health insurance company and he's responsible for the deaths of a number of people. Hank is the company's janitor. And honestly, the trap was basically designed to kill Hank. John Kramer was disgusted with the fact that he was a heavy smoker despite having a history of high blood pressure and heart disease. He never changed his ways, so John Kramer wanted to teach him a lesson. And of course, he failed at this contraption because he's got those bad smoker lungs. Not only that, but as the device got tighter on him, he began to panic more, and that
can't breathe, bro. I'm being suffocated by a goddamn knife. Imagine someone just like putting this up your fucking mouth, bro, and you can't breathe from it. Just like someone suffocating you, like just digging deep in your guts, bro, with it.
Caused him to breathe more until he was crushed to death. Alright, guys.
Well, guys, this was the video. If you enjoyed it, guys, which one of those scary saw traps was the most gruesome to you? Feature scary content. He isn't more scary features to do. I'll see you next one. Peace.